Hello again and welcome along to our coverage of racing from right around Australia. Let's check the runners out as they parade for this first race on the card at Flemington and the latest in betting details. Step ahead in the Rick Hall Lacey colours, Entrepreneur horse. Ratings, if you missed them earlier for this race, went 1, 5, 3 and 4. There's number 1. Number 2 is Tricolours. Bill Mitchell trained. Second up is Undefeated from a break, and it's second up from a 14-week break. It's at well-fancied odds too, at $9.80. So if you fancy the value, perhaps it's the way to go. Peter Moody has the best strike rate of trainers at the Flemington circuit, a winner every 4.7. Storming Gun is his chance, and Storming Gun shapes up at $4.50. Gibbon-O, number 4, a Matt Pumper ride for Tommy Hughes Jr. There's some problems at Moonee Valley most recently behind Step Ahead. It's at $11. 5 is Azevedo. This is the promising Helicio 3-year-old, which is Total Elect, and it goes around for Robbie Lang, and it shapes up as the Total Elect at $3.80. From there we go to Alabama George, number 6. And this is a Craig Newitt ride, and it's a double figure odds, as you can see. Number 7 is Bun Reba, the Al Hareb horse, ran 4th Sandown behind Red October most recently, and Reese Wheeler with the ride. Dry Your Tears is number 8, Lacrima Christie Galloper, placed on debut, then unplaced Cranbourne at its second race start. And from there we go to Midnight Storm, Catrail horse that Mark Zara could be out riding his claim aboard, and it's in betting at $8.90. 10 is out, 11 is Unguarded Moment, the Gold Ace horse, which John Collins puts the polish on. A pickup ride, Greg Childs, who's riding a kilo overweight note. Fine and Dead at Flemington, rail out 2 metres, and there's been a few showers of rain. As they head out, Step Ahead is the top weight. Okay, let's head back to the track. Earlier, Alf Matthews caught up with the rider of the top weight.
At $4.80 is well under what they're betting, but Azevedo is clearly the one. Shopping okay at the moment. Gibbon-O, number 4, there's some value if you fancy the Tommy Hughes runner. And Try Your Tears, Alf mentioned it there, number 8, or Midnight Storm, number 9, I should say. Drifted out a little bit, but unders the tote. So that's the run through. Clearly, the one on as they move in is Azevedo at the moment, 3:30, Brendan.
Okay, let's take you up to the race calling tower. The first on Standish Handicap Day once again. Here's Dan Malecki.
Azevedo racing now. And Dry Your Eyes down to the inside, jumped well enough, so did Storm and Gun. Right up there in the early part was Alabama George. Step Ahead, they're all going towards the flat side of the track. Tricolours, Bun Reba are up handy. Azevedo's the widest runner as they head past the 1,000 metres now. Good battle for the early lead. Gibbon-O's over to the rails. Bun Reba joins it, Unguarded Moment up there, and Azevedo's cruising up wider, and it's about to take up the running now as they go towards the 700. Back about 5th was Midnight Storm. Tricolours was around it. Next came Storm and Gun. Step Ahead back on the rails in the orange colours, and Dry Your Eyes has drifted back to the tail. Alabama George is last as they race onto the course proper now, and Azevedo's in front of Gibbon-O. In 3rd position, Bun Reba. Travelling up well was Midnight Storm. No run for Step Ahead. Storm and Gun was hard ridden, then came Unguarded Moment. Down to the 300, it's Azevedo under the whip, Bun Reba, and Midnight Storm trying to peg it back, then Unguarded Moment. Midnight Storm looming up to Azevedo. Getting out now on the outside was the Bolter, Unguarded Moment. Azevedo the leader coming after it. Step Ahead and Unguarded Moment the outside. Step Ahead, Unguarded Moment's cutting it down the outside and got up the filly. Unguarded Moment beat Step Ahead and Azevedo. Close up 4th as they went over the line. Midnight Storm was a good run. Next in was Gibbon-O. Then came Bun Reba. Further back to Storm and Gun, Dry Your Eyes, Tricolours. And at the tail end of the field was Alabama George. Time 1:10.4. Gee, a lovely looking filly. She really took my eye before the race. A Gold Ace filly. She was at big odds and jumping in leaps and bounds and classes. And that's a fine effort to win down the straight, trained by John Collins and ridden by Greg Childs. It'll get it all right. Number 11, just over number 1, Step Ahead, who was blocked, got out in time with all due respect, had its chance. Unguarded Moment just finished a little bit the better. And Azevedo, number 5, will end up in 3rd spot. Worked to the lead, was probably in front much sooner than he has, but well, certainly much sooner than he was at Moonee Valley. But he battled on, even though he was under the whip at about the 400. He held 3rd pretty strongly. 4th in Midnight Storm, a good run, only having its 2nd start. And Gibbon-O just battled, will end up in 5th spot. Numbers are 11, 1 and 5. The winner at big odds, Unguarded Moment, number 11. It's by Gold Ace out of Stormy Mountain. Not only was it a maiden, having had the one run at Stony Creek, it was also a filly, and therefore the only filly that was in the race, and has knocked off the boys at big odds. 51.80 and $7.10 unguarded moment. $1.40 step ahead. $1.50 Azevedo. Quinella 69.30 and the exacta 233.80. Trifecta 655.60. So you had one of the bolters of the field winning, with the favourites running second and third. Fourth in officially number 9, Midnight Storm, which was a good run. He was right up there and he battled on pretty well. Fifth in number 4, and the time 1:10.4. So a lucky pickup ride for Greg Childs, who replaced Gary Mathrick, the apprentice. There wasn't a suitable apprentice to take the ride, so Greg picked up the ride. And he is also going to pick up a sizable percentage for his first prize money. Unguarded moment, the filly, trained by John Collins. So it's a big effort for a trainer to take a filly from a maiden where they were placed in. That Saucy Susan maiden form is turning out to be really good at Stony Creek. And then to come at...
Channel audience, and in the first event here, we've got 5 or 6 of them still to load. Just repeating, Spur Me On, the on-track favourite, in front of Mufti and Hinting. But the only mover, as far as inwards is concerned, has been Mufti, and that was about halfway through betting, and there she's remained as the second pick on course. But now I note there's some late money coming for Spur Me On. Race by Gay Waterhouse in partnership with Barry Gamer, well known in the vehicle industry and the auction game in Newcastle, and Barry's raced some pretty handy horses over the years. And this is a good sort by Flying Spur from a Luskin Star mare. Finito, Chris Muntz aboard, and has the Gamer colours of the dark blue, black and white hoop sleeves and a red cap. Hinting still away from the line, so too Mufti, nice type of horse Mufti. Gelding by Quest for Fame from a Biscay mare, Trousseau. Made up ground at his debut at Rose Hill. That was 1100 metres, so you'd think the extra 100 should suit here. Now, they've had a little bit of trouble getting a couple of these in. Bros, one of the big string owned by Darcy Thoroughbreds, and they share the ownership here with Graham Rogerson, the trainer. And, of course, the Darcy Thoroughbreds have a number of horses in work in Sydney with Ron Quinton. Irish Chris. Now I think we're ready. Yep. First in Sydney for 2003. They're off. Jumped in a pretty good line. Immediately Matey dropping out the back, and Look at Mars goes to the lead, but headed immediately by the stablemate Spur Me On. Fortified at Antien, not far away, followed by Hinting, and then comes Agua Corriente. Off the track Mufti, and then Manitar Bros second. Last 3 lengths to Matey. They work their way to the 800, and Spur Me On leads narrowly from Look at Mars. Fortified out 3 deep, and then Agua Corriente. On its outside is Antien, Hinting 3 and 4 wide, followed by Mufti, and then Manitar and Bros. And 3 lengths to Matey. In this order they pass the 600. The favourite Spur Me On. A neck Look at Mars, a length and wider out. Fortified Agua Corriente over on the inside of Antien and Hinting. And then Manitar Bros. Mufti back to second last and 2 to Matey. Around the corner Muntz gives Spur Me On more rain. Fortified raced up within a half length of it. And on top of the rise Spur Me On, a half Fortified and Hinting coming into it. And then Agua Corriente and 2 lengths to Mufti. Spur Me On. Muntz draws the whip. Hinting on the outside. Coming at Spur Me On. Beedman working overtime on Hinting. It's almost level with Spur Me On. Spur Me On and Hinting racing to the line together. And I reckon Hinting might have wanted a nostril Spur Me On and a head bobber. Mufti third. Then a photo for fourth between Agua Corriente and Matey, who made up many, many lengths. Antien Fortified weakened out of it, followed home by Manitar. And the last couple Bros in company with Look at Mars. Photo on the first event of the day from where we stand just prior to the line in a head-bobbing finish. It looked like the Bill Mitchell horse on the outside. Hinting might have got the bob, but it is a close finish. And let's have a look at this freeze as we get to the line. Yes, Hinting will get there, I'd say. Hinting narrowly, and on the tote in New South Wales will pay a divvy of 420 and 170. Trained by Billy Mitchell, by Dan Zero from Won't Tell. Rory's Jester mare, Darren Beedman aboard the Bay filly, who didn't have a lot of luck at a debut at Moonee Valley on a slow track on the 30th of November. And here this afternoon, she got to the line very well. And there's the number.
And first four, as mentioned by Ian, it's 11, 3, 8 and 1. So Sky Ratings kicking the new year off with a trifecta in order. That's a nice way to kick the year off. And hinting, Darren Beedman, Randwick's #1 strike rate jockey, a winner of
today, so a bit of giving the track, won't hurt at all. So, yeah, he won't be far away either.
You ride Jean's mark in race 5. You got a heap of rides today. River Dove down in weights today.
Yeah, that's right. It's only a little filly, so I think it'll suit her good. She's another one who likes this track and distance, so yeah, hopefully with the right run down in weights, she might get the money.
And also Beerless. I couldn't work its run out the other day. It sort of come out, loomed up to him. What did you think?
I thought it was a good run because I thought he probably jumped a bit too good, and then the pace was slow, and he got back. It was a little bit wide, and I thought he was pulling a touch, so he loomed up, and now I think early part of the race just knocked him around for that last finish.
And you also ride the Fats in the Bagot today. Now, OK, let me put you on the spot. Happy New Year. Can we have a New Year's present? What's your best?
Oh, go Seek the Silk.
Good on you. Well done. Good luck.
Thank you. Ta.
Mark Zahra, and he's been riding a host of winners here, and let's wish him well on the start of a new year.
And wish him well, we will. Now, in New Zealand, there's been good backing for 15 Disco. It's into 550 in NZ. Mike Moroney trackside in NZ. And it's a very, very big day of racing. Disco out to $7.20 here, but $5.50 being solidly tried in NZ to be the second elector. Number 20 is good overs across all tabs. They're taking $12 the win bet on the tote in New Zealand. And look at the overs. Let's link up with a team from trackside. It's Luke Radish, Steve Davis are the on-course presenters.
This region.
Field's about half loaded away here. Two horses in this race have mothers that won the Auckland Cup, and that wouldn't happen too often.
Ella Fitz.
Who's the other one then, Steve?
Very quickly, gee whiz.
The favourite, Diamond Hill.
Diamond Hill, there
and
you go.
Royal Tiara,
yeah,
the
exactly.
mother, the 95, the 95 Cup. Sorry to put you on the spot there, Steve.
That's right, make me look ordinary.
Diamond Hill now at $3.35. Continues to be the favourite, and Sumas, well, you like the $8 price. It has come in to $7, although it is out from that opening price. Canberra Borough, how much to read into the time of the race on the first day, I'm not sure, as they're just about to load up.
It was only an intermediate grade race.
And it was 3 seconds slower than Zafar ran and winning on the same day.
Yeah.
The favourite here, as our Aussie viewers join us, is Diamond Hill at $3.35. Sumas is at $7.15. Disco at $5.10. Roger James says is the best potential 2-miler he's had since Cronus. That is a very big rap. The Dunstan Stayers Championship to 6th on Auckland Cup Day. Here's Keith Hobb.
So Normandy Boy now the last one to come up. Up comes My Prize Miss. They're all in. Diamond Hill ready. Sumas about centre field. My Prize Miss a bit touchy. Racing now, My Prize Miss a bit slow in the Dunstan Stayers Championship final, and one of the first away. Daktari booted up with Canberra Barrow. Diamond Hill out quickly on the outside, charges up, might take the lead, followed out then by Rabbit, trapped out a bit. In behind the leaders, Vittori Tycoon right there also as Disco as they settle down. So Diamond Hill took the running with a lap to go now. And races up the hill, a length and a half clear on Canberra Barrow, right there Rabbit. Disco on the outside of Daktari, the next one. My Prize Miss from then Branson. They're followed on the inside. Star Affair with Sumas around them. Vittori Tycoon 3 deep at the 1600 metres. Normandy Boy with his head on his chest, just clipping off heels there from then Shanty's Boy. And Ella Fitz is last and about 15 off the pace. Into the back they go now. Diamond Hill led a couple of lengths now. Then Canberra Barrow in second place. 1 back Rabbit. 2.5 back then Daktari the inside of Disco. 2 back My Prize Miss. Branson the next horse. 1 back Star Affair. Vittori Tycoon the next one was Sumas still out 3 wide. In the clear now, Normandy Boy, 2.5 back behind these Ella Fitz and Shanty's Boy on its outside. They pack up a little now as O'Sullivan slows them up, and Disco goes up to take Diamond Hill on. As up the rise they go, making Diamond Hill pull a little. About third then Canberra Barrow. Next behind these then Rabbit from Daktari settled nicely. Branson on its outside. My Prize misses midfield with Vittori Tycoon and Sumas, then followed by Star Affair. Normandy Boy's about third last with 800 metres to go, and back they're taking off Shanty's Boy and last Ella Fitz. So it's Diamond Hill about a half length now. Disco on its outside. Canberra Barrow the run of the race. Daktari fourth, hasn't moved. Rabbit the next one. Branson going 3 deep on the outside. My Prize Miss is next for Mark Duplessis. Around them out wider on the track. Shanty's Boy from then Vittori Tycoon. Normandy Boy trying to take off with Sumas. Last Ella Fitz into the straight. Diamond Hill set sail for home. Out wider Disco from Branson to the extreme outside, and Daktari's come wide. 300 metres to go. Diamond Hill now. Disco on the outsides, trying desperately out wide of Branson. The race still haven't claimed Diamond Hill. A beautiful ride here. Disco's trying to pull him back late, and Star Affair late on the scene. And it's still Diamond Hill. Disco coming at him with everything. Diamond Hill in front. Just got there. Diamond Hill, wonderful ride. Disco second. Third was Photo Star Affair Branson. My Prize Miss, the next one. Followed home behind these Daktari Shanties. Boy Ella Fitz running on. From then Sumas. And back was Rabbit towards the rear with Canberra Berra. And a well back also Vittori Tycoon. But he's got there in a desperate go. Lance O'Sullivan on Diamond Hill, the inside. Disco did everything but grab him. And third at the line, Star Affair in Photos. Gee, it just on this horse. Great ride. He went to the front. He stacked them up. The horse Disco went to him on the far side, made him pull a little bit up on top of the rise, and I was a bit worried that he wouldn't go there. Came round the turn, stacked them up, and off he went. He was clear here and getting desperate. Look at this left-hand whip action by Lance O'Sullivan. Disco throwing everything, the kitchen sink at him here. Looked like he was going to nab him. He just couldn't quite make it. Lance pulls the stick once more, and whammo, got the money.
Yeah, by Danehill out of Royal Tiara's got the bloodlines. Great to kick off Kiwi racing with two well-tried commodities, first and second. Third we will be confirming. Now, at Randwick we have correct weight with Morphettville, our next event for live coverage, where Vivian, the total elect ahead of She's a Ripper. Vivian, similar odds, short of those Super Tab for this Tony McAvoy trained daughter of Fra. Second up from a spell. Now, Randwick confirming dividends 1:11.17 for those form students. 1:11.17 was the race time. Darren Beedman for Bill Mitchell. First four, 11.38 and 1. 1 is third New Zealand, so Star Affair at big odds in third position. We just await full dividends to join us. As they start clicking in, we return trackside again to Morphettville. And it's good afternoon. OK, for the good times, are we getting value on the tote or not, Andrew?
For the good times, very close to what they're betting on track, Brendan, $4.10. It has been easy on track number 1. River Woman's been a definite blower, no value at $5.30, but there has been support on track. Jamila, number 5, $6.40, just under what they're betting on track.
Good overs there, New South Wales and Unitab, as we return trackside to Flemington for race 2.
Just a couple to move up. Lochinvar Lass and Jamila away from the line. So Linda Meets now rides Ascana in race 4. And in race 3, Damon Oliver couldn't make the weight on Marbine. Matthew Gatt replaces him. And in the same race, number 10, Just Or, now Stephen Baster. The second event coming up, the Limerick Lane, over the 1700 for the 3-year-old fillies, and they're set for action now. The favourite for the good times, Fuji Beauty, a little bit toey. The settles now. Racing. And jumping away well on the inside, River Woman. Away nicely at stablemate Philosophical, who looks as if it'll take up the running, and For the Good Times is right up there. Gold Burst likewise with Cirque de Lay, but it's a little bit wider as the brakes go on. River Woman just over checked there. Then came Lochinvar Lass, Be My Person, midfield 3 deep. Then Soldanel getting its head up. Fuji Beauty around it from field. JJ is now back second last, and Jamila settled down at the rear of the field. Going towards the 1200, and the leader Philosophical about a length in front. Gold Burst was second. For the Good Times, box seating third. Cirque du Soleil is now running fourth, and then Be My Person on the outside of River Woman. About a length and a half to Lochinvar Lass, Fuji Beauty. Over on the inside, Soldanel. Then 2 lengths to JJ around field, and 1.5 to Jamila. About 10 or 11 lengths off the leader Philosophical. 800 left to travel. Philosophical starts to up the tempo. Moved 2 lengths clear. Gold Burst is second. For the Good Times has had a good run third the rails. Then Cirque du Soleil. Be My Person has been travelling wide. Next is River Woman, then Lochinvar Lass ridden along. Around it, Fuji Beauty from Soldanel on the rails, from JJ Jamila winding up, and Feel as last as they swing into the straight. 500 left to travel. Philosophical, the leader. For the Good Times has had a beautiful run. Rolls off the rails now and goes up to challenge. River Woman's darting through. Cirque du Soleil and Be My Person wider out. For the Good Times went to the lead. Over Cirque du Soleil, River Woman gets the run. JJ and Jamila are winding up. It's For For the Good Times and River Woman. Wider out Jamila. For the Good Times in front of Jamila and River Woman. Jamila out in the centre of the track has taken the lead though, and Jamila draws away from For the Good Times. Jamila came clear and won it well. Came from last on the turn, and it's Jamila first, For the Good Times second, River Woman third. They both did terrific jobs under their 58 kilos. Next in JJ, then came Feel, who did its best work late. It Wants Further. Be My Person had to do it hard. Then Cirque du Soleil, I don't think ran out the trip. Philosophical next. Fuji Beauty, Gold Burst, Lochinvar Lass and Soldanel. Jamila set top form number 5. She raced in some group events through the carnival. Finished only 4.2 lengths behind Hyra Graham in the Wakeful. Had a bit of a let up. Poor at Sandown, but good at the next two, and certainly much stronger today, coming from the back with a strong finish, Mark Zara, who's outridden his claim. For the Good Times, Noel Kello gave it the perfect run. If you were on it in the run, you knew it had every possible chance to win, and did a mighty job with a big weight. And so did River Woman, also carried the 58 kilos. They both stepped up to a distance they'd never been to before, and they were good performances.
Okay, as we watch the head-on, the navy blue is Cirque du Soleil, which tied. River Woman pokes up on the fence. It's extreme right of screen. Jamila in the Lindsay Park colours, black sleeves and black cap. And For the Good Times with this reddish colours in the middle of the field. So fourth to be confirmed, it's number 9, and that is JJ. First for New South Wales, $1,368.50. Mark Zara outrides his claim, and he does it in style. With the Lindsay Park colours on. What a month December was for Lindsay Park, and it's kicked off the new year also in winning form.
Anyway, we'll soon see what she can do as they're about to be called in. Elegant Jewel's an interesting runner. First up today, she's had 5 barrier trials and impressive in her most recent. Now, coming in nicely here, so let's take a last look at the board. Number 2, Ms. Rio C, 320 now and 150. She's a clear tab favourite in New South Wales, in front of number 8, and that's Ingress at 470 and 190, and 6 Interlagos, 590, 230. First event of the afternoon, and the Billy Mitchell trained filly Henting was the winner by a nose, ridden by Darren Beedman. Horse 11 over the favourite 3 Spur Me On, Chris Muntz, and third 8 Mufti, Corey Brown. 1/4 Agua Corriendo. 1:11.17 for the 1200, 34.62 the last 600 metres. Billy, of course, now based in Melbourne. Billy Mitchell. I was talking to him earlier in the day, and I said, how are you enjoying life down? They're all set, ready to go. Once Pebble steady, she does, and they're off, and she came out reasonably, Pebble. Canny O'Reilly jumped well, and so did the favourite, Ms. Rio C, and it looks as though Ms. Rio C will lead Elegant Jewel and El De Rosa. Ingress going up smartly now, and now Prestigix looking to burn the lot of them off, followed by Canny O'Reilly. Interlagos is drifting back a little, passed by Star Gale and Pebble, and very wide out Delolli's compact field. Down past the 700, and it's Ingress leading narrowly from Prestigix. A length and a half to El De Rosa, followed wider out Delolli's, then Canny O'Reilly, Ms. Rio C, Star Gale, over on the rails from Elegant Jewel, and then into Lagos the fence, and Absolute is Pebble. Only 6 or 7 lengths would cover them as they come to the corner, and Ingress leads the way narrowly from Prestigix. A length then to El De Rosa, Star Gale on the inside, and Ms. Rio C's into the clear now, followed by Delolli's, Canny O'Reilly, and El De Rosa's lost ground. They race to the 250, and Ingress in front, a length and a half. Ms. Rio C and Prestigix trying valiantly to get to Ingress. Ingress is fighting on doggedly, however. Ms. Rio C's making a late bid, but it's still Ingress in front from Ms. Rio C and Ingress. Ingress about a short neck to Ms. Rio C. They both entered pretty wide on the track at the judge. Then Prestigix, Star Gale into Lagos, followed home then by Elegant Jewel, Delolli's, Pebble, Canny O'Reilly, and El De Rosa pulled up at the tail of the field. Victory has gone to number 8 Ingress, ridden by Corey Brown for John Hooks, by Quest for Fame from the Luskin Star Mare Artistic Princess. 450A at the end on the New South Wales Toten 180. She raced at Canterbury on the 8th of December, second behind Action Annie. Hit the line pretty well, and although she was inclined to hang a bit here, as was the second filly, maybe she ran away from Ingress a bit, Ms. Rio C. She looked to have a chance, the favourite. Waiting on the numbers, 8 Ingress first, Corey Brown will be. Second will be number 2, Ms. Rio C, ridden by Ryan Wiggins. And 3, Prestigic, will be third, Con Karakatsana. 7 will run fourth, Star Gale. And there they go now, 8, 2, 3 and 7. Runner-up by Mr. C from Rio Melody, Mal Johnston. And third, Prestigic by Strategic Century, Maid Bede Murray. The trainer 7 fourth, and that was Star Gale. Not much we could add on the race. I don't know whether there'll be a lot of depth out of the form. The margin in favour of the winner was a short head, with 2 1/4 second and third, 1:10.88, 33.87. Gee, they've zipped the last 600. They went the first 600 37.01, the last 600 33.87. Not surprising, eh, that they couldn't pass Ingress. So.
Okay, Ian, the black with the cerise cap to the 4 in that race, out of a mare called Artistic Princess. The dam of Hockney among her many that have raced. So it's a full sister to Hockney. Former winner in course record time of the Expressway Stakes. NNZ, as mentioned, well, there's one you can't see in the top 8 there called Quick Lip. It's about $8 in New Zealand. It's massive, massive overs to be snapped up. So if you like the 3, you're still getting good overs. Unitab's getting closer to what they're betting New Zealand. The 2, Our Fling's about $6.50 in New Zealand, so it's unders. Kaz similar to those odds, except Unitab, it's very nice value. Candy's a $15 chance. Desert Sheik's $12 in NZ. And down to the bottom, Country Class, a $15 chance in New Zealand. Correct.
Keith Ivor, a man who certainly won't be in a sweat. Let's join him now, race 7.
So Kaz being taken up. Lee Rutherford, the rider, lady of the moment. So Benton setting it off. Caught them as 1. Great start. Drifting Candy in the early rush. Nobody breaks as yet. Nina kicks up. Desert Cheeks going with it. Right behind them then as they settle. Our Fling is there. Then Country Class is away well enough. Then a length back. Harrier run on the inside. They followed back behind these now. Kaz out wide on the outside going forward. 3 deep midfield. With it is Silverado. A length and a half or 2 to Airwaves from. Then Cut Above. Then Quick Lip and Candy is last. Up the rise they go now by the 1200 metres. The pace taken by Nina, led by 2 on Desert Chic, then followed by Our Fling. 2 back behind them, Country Class, 1,000 to go. 1 back, Harrier Run, 2.5 Silverado, 3 to Kaz, then Airwaves, then Cut Above his back with Quick Lip, and last as they work down is Candy. With about 800 metres to go, the pacemaker, Nina, 3 parts, Desert Chic has it on. Right there, Our Fling, then followed Country Class 4th, a length and a half back, Harrier Run. They followed round, then Silverado. Kaz is the next one, then Cut Above the next one. Airwaves is back then with Quick Lip. Candy still last as around the corner they come. 500 metres to travel. Nina's led them throughout. Desert Cheek to pounce now, coming after these. Then Country Class angles to the outside, looking for the bonus, and down the outside now Silverado. 300 metres to go. Desert Cheek hit the lead. Here comes Country Class in behind them also. Now running on is Cut Above to the very outside. Desert Cheek kick back again now to then Country Class, still trying hard. Desert Cheek in front though is doing better than Country Class going to the post. Desert Cheek got there. Country Class second. Kaz flew into third. From then Silverado. Quick Lip running on. Giving in was Cut Above from Airwaves and Nina, then followed by Candy, and back was towards the rear Our Fling, alongside of it Harrier Run. So it's the McKee stable once again. Number 9, Desert Cheek, and Peter Johnson, stuck to their guns and stuck to them brilliantly, has won the money. Desert Cheek, the grey, it took over. Country Class tried everything to try and cop it, couldn't do so. Nina, a brave race on the inside, tried to lead them throughout, and look at Kaz dash home. He's in the green colours, and he flew home for third, but all honours, Peter Johnson, hands and heels once again.
Well, a double for Peter Johnson, and the McKee colours to the fore. Nice run.